Hey guys, today I'll be answering this question of what do you really do when your partner doesn't get it? Like, doesn't get it here means that doesn't understand what you're going through, or even makes jokes about what you're going through. Let's say by telling you that someone who doesn't control their daydreaming is weak, or how can you not control something which is so easy? I can do it by myself. I can do it even. I've never even heard of it. Like, what do you do? Do you leave them, or what do you really do? So actually, the first thing you have to do is don't let it frustrate you that they are not understanding what you're going through. Because something about someone close to you not being able to understand what you're going through is you may end up being frustrated. And that frustration actually is coming out because you're not being understood. So it is kind of something called a manufactured emotion. It's not an emotion which was there, it's just an emotion which came up because of some unprocessed emotion you are dealing with. Hope that makes sense. Like, it's an emotion which is a reaction to something which someone did. Like, your partner doesn't understand you, and from the perspective of your partner, like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense that someone is not able to manage their daydreaming, and it's something which is not being talked about on the news or something. If it was talked about on the news now and then, they cannot understand, then that would be a different case. So you don't have to be frustrated with yourself or with your partner because they can't understand. What you need to just do is ask yourself this, like, if you keep living that way, trying to explain to your partner and they don't understand, what will happen to your relationship? Will it build the relationship or will it ruin the relationship? Of course, it will ruin the relationship because you are in this juncture where you have someone who you feel doesn't understand you, and then there's also you who's getting frustrated by the fact that they're not understanding. So that daydreaming now ends up creating a distance in your relationship because you now think that your partner doesn't understand you. Yes, your partner may be understanding you in other aspects of your life, but your mind will just cling to this aspect which they don't understand. That's why instead of focusing on that as the discussion in your relationship, what you can do is you yourself take full responsibility, you yourself, and find ways to address what you're going through. Not your partner, just you. Because the more you address what you're going through, the more you will realize that actually the daydreaming or you trying to make your partner understand something they don't understand was creating that rift or that distance in the relationship. Now, what happens if you are able to work on it to the point where you don't even have it, you are able to manage it anymore? Of course, your relationship will grow because the symptom which you are explaining to your partner is not there anymore. Like, the issue is not there, which is a personal issue. It is not a relationship issue. Like, maladaptive daydreaming is not a relationship issue. It is a personal issue. And even if your partner doesn't understand, you're the one who understands what you're going through, who understands how it's affecting you. And ultimately, it will affect the relationship. But dealing with it doesn't mean that they have to understand. No, you just have to seek help, look for ways to deal with it. Because the more you deal with it, the more you realize actually maybe there are also some aspects of the relationship that are not working, or maybe there are aspects of the relationship which you are contributing to some negative aspects. So you're working on yourself or working on those underlying emotions so that you can really get to the point where you can listen without the past blurring your vision or without the past clouding your judgment, because maybe the relationship is not even healthy for you. You never know. But without dealing with those underlying issues, you will think that you are in a very, very good relationship because it's a familiar environment or it's an environment which your mind has gotten used to. So maybe the daydreaming is just some element of your life, but maybe there's still something else. Maybe you are in an abusive relationship and your partner is gaslighting you by telling you that I don't understand. But also, maybe you are in a healthy relationship, but you can't really see you are in a healthy relationship because you're still carrying the past with you. So, maladaptive daydreaming is just a manifestation of some of your underlying issues, and these underlying issues will prevent your relationship from growing. So, your relationship can be toxic or unhealthy or healthy, but you cannot see that unless you really deal with those underlying issues. So you're managing your daydreaming not because you want to manage your daydreaming, it's because you just want to deal with those underlying issues so that you can be able to see your partner or see the relationship for what it is now. Hope you found that informative, guys. So your partner doesn't need to understand, but you just need to understand that you yourself, there's something you've not processed, and that thing is clouding your judgment in your relationship and will still cloud your judgment. But once you process those things, you'll be able to see your partner for who they are, and you see the relationship for what it is. If it's toxic, you'll see it. If it's healthy, you'll see it. Until next time, have a nice day.